Thanks for much for the call. Just have one last question about strategy based on the videos. What specifically the... Okay, there's no secret sauce to advertising. We need to talk about this. So there are two things I want to talk about specifically with just advertising, not specifically, I guess advertising in general. Number one, the issue I'm about to address proves that there's no such thing as giving away too much content in whatever content you're creating. And then number two, when it comes to advertising, there are no absolutes. It doesn't matter how many times someone's been successful marketing another business or with another campaign. Whenever you're doing a new business, a new product, a new service, you're starting from scratch. And so that's why a couple weeks ago, we dropped it was over an hour long YouTube ads tutorial. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. It's crazy how many emails, questions, and even during sales calls where people go, yeah, but what specific strategy are you going to do for me? Outside of what we showed on the YouTube video? Nothing. That's it. It's experimentation. All campaigns start at the same place. Zero. There's no secret sauce. So when I talked about number one, saying that you can't give away too much content, that's because even though I've literally given away everything you need to get started, I don't share my personal numbers on some things for obvious reasons. I'll get to that in a second. But that proves that no matter how much you give away, people are always going to assume there's something else. Like there's got to be something behind the curtain, and there isn't. All campaigns start at the same place. Now, is there some nuances in the way I optimize things and the results I've been able to get for some clients? Well, yeah, but all those results came from the exact same starting place that I show in the YouTube ads tutorial. So I just want to encourage you, you're not missing anything. There's no secret sauce. Everyone starts at the exact same place. And now I'm off to a different coffee shop that I've tried in the past for some content writing, rant over. By the way, it's really hard to vlog and walk down a city street. I had to wait like 3 minutes to talk for the traffic to stop. I don't know how big vloggers do it. They must have much nicer cameras and microphones. Yeah, that looks pretty closed. Yep, just kidding on that coffee shop thing. It's definitely gone. There used to be a coffee shop right there. Aww, sad day. Okay, well, change of plans. Going to my second favorite coffee shop to get some content writing done. But now I feel like I gotta double time it since I lost so much time walking a few extra blocks to this one. So a short 6 hours later, we have one presentation done, and the screen share you saw was essentially me putting together an example of what it would look like going through campaign settings. And the reason I take so long to do things like that is because YouTube and Google constantly change what things look like. And so I just make the diagrams so that the videos last a little longer, because something that really bugs me, and it's not anyone's fault in particular, it's just when you create a tutorial and then less than 2 or 3 months later, it's obsolete because they've changed the interface. This way, I just put things together so that it's really easy for me to keep using the same video over and over again. Now, to back up my rant from earlier, I figured it would be a good time to actually show you some of the current ad experiments that I'm running. Something I mentioned in a previous vlog is I'm going to have to be a little less transparent with the actual targeting and videos that are running, but I can tell you what type of campaign it is, what type of ad I'm using, and then actually show you the results. So the only difference between what you're about to see and what you see in all of the YouTube ads tutorials I do is 2 months and $200 of testing. So nothing in this account is an exorbitant amount of money. It's not like, we have clients who spend more in a month than I've probably ever spent personally on YouTube ads. And that's just where I am in my business. And that's nothing that I should be ashamed of. And it's nothing you should be ashamed of. So in this particular instance, I've spent $35 over the past 14 days and gotten about 2,500 views. And then we'll do the math on how many subscribers I got from one of the campaigns and the average view count, and you're going to be very surprised. So both of these campaigns are templates, I'm talking over myself, are exact duplicates of what I talk about in that tutorial. I'll link it in the description below. So just to prove, 14 days, June 26th to June 9th today, I'll scroll all the way down. You can see that it really is $35 for everything that we're talking about. I've been running it at $1 per day. And even at $1 per day, there's 4 campaigns that have plenty of budget to work with. In fact, the reason that they have plenty of budget is we'll go over to display rank loss and you'll see it's quite high. For some reason, Google's not happy with this round of campaigns, except this one, 2.6%. That's crazy. But anyway, what I want to focus on here, because we could literally spend an hour looking at all these numbers, is essentially 2 campaigns here. So the top 4 are content videos. We're trying to rank these content videos, we're tracking their rankings, and we're just trying to figure out what's the best way to use an ad to help rank a video organically. Something that's really cool is this top one, even though only 16% of people have watched it, it's actually over 30 minutes long. So that's pretty sweet. That means people are watching at least 25% would be at least 10 minutes of watch time. And so that video has gone up 16 spots. It's nowhere close to the top 5 or it's nowhere close to the top 5 for the main keyword that I want, but all of the long tail keywords we're definitely making progress. And again, this is the exact same thing that I talk about link in the description to the YouTube tutorial that talks about how to promote content videos. The only difference is I've just been very patient, spending $1 a day for a couple of months. And the main reason I do that is I don't want a bunch of traffic being thrown to it. I want a good watch time. So that's the first thing I want to point out. The second thing I want to point out is when it comes to Google and display rank loss, sometimes your display rank loss is going to be high. In this case, 66.49%. But you'll see here that we've got 25% of the people watched at least 75% of the video. I think this one's around the 15-minute mark. So that is really, really good. And you can see display impression share is at 33%. So that means of all the times I could have showed up, I'm showing up 33% of the time. I'm only missing out on 70% with $1 a day. I can't stress how ridiculous this is. The last time I saw numbers this good was when I was in high school in 2005 when AdWords just came out. Like literally, that's how crazy these numbers are. But I digress. So the one I want to focus on now, and probably made it into the thumbnail, is the cost per subscriber. So this one right here in the middle, we have 12 subscribers, and this campaign cost $5.18, getting us 366 views, pretty good view rate. And this is probably the one campaign that we could scale. So I'll pull up my math here because I'm not good with math off the top of my head. So $5.14 for 12 subscribers. Okay, it's not big numbers, but that's 43 cents per subscriber. So even if you only have $1.50, I mean, what's 50 cents a day? Like, what if you could spend 50 cents a day and you would get one new subscriber and let's say 10 views? That is an astronomical achievement if you are under 1,000 subscribers. Like, I remember a time where I had more videos than subscribers. Like, it's not a fun place to be. And so it doesn't matter what your budget is. Like, this is possible. This is the exact same formula that I talk about in the free link. Like, you don't have to go to a YouTube ads webinar. You don't have to pay for fancy training. Like, it's all there for you. You just have to be patient and test. Yes, it did take 2 months to get to this point. It took a couple $100s to get to this point. But now that we're at this point and I'm looking at the campaign, I have plenty of room to scale. Google's telling me that I'm missing out on most of the views because of my budget. There's plenty of room to grow, and at a 2.67, what is this? 2.67 display rank lost. That's telling me that I have really nailed it with my targeting here. Now, are my other ones that good? No, not at all. But you have to try multiple things. You can't just start here, right? And then when we look at you've probably already seen it here because it's on the screen the whole time, but the cost per view across the entire account is pretty much 1.4 cents. So 1.4 cents, it's 0.4, so we can round down to 1 cent. So we have gotten 2,500 views for $35. And these are targeted people. It's not like I'm just looking for some sort of super cheap view and trying to get untargeted people. Like, these are all hyper-targeted people who are interested in the content and the channel that I'm trying to promote. So take a deep breath. Just taking a deep breath. It's really easy for me to get overly excited about this. I can't stress enough how big of an opportunity this is. And there's literally nothing in your way. Like, if I just don't know, I literally don't know what else to do or say to show you that this is possible. Like, I'm repeating myself at this point because I can't stress enough how great of an opportunity this is right now. If you remember, Amazon, the way Amazon grew so big is they used Google AdWords to grow because it was so freaking cheap. I remember I was like 14 or 15 playing with Google AdWords. It was dirt cheap. Of course, I was 15 years old, so I didn't really understand what the opportunity was. Jeff Bezos is now the richest man in the world. And while you might not be a billionaire by using YouTube ads, this is as close as you're going to get right now to that opportunity. So I am going to stop there because I'm rambling. I think I've probably said things 3 times by now. It's about 7 o'clock. I started my day around 7, so it's been a good 12 shift here. And I'll leave you with that. It's a massive opportunity. There's no information that you're missing. I promise you, there's not a single shred of information that you're missing, especially with that hour-long video that took almost 3 hours to record and another 10 to actually put together. So I put a good 20 hours into that video so that you could get a result like this, and that's it. That video even includes how to analyze. Okay, now I am rambling. So thank you so much for watching. Sincerely hope you got some inspiration out of this video, and really just $35, what is it, like $100 a month? Even if you only spend $35 for the entire month, 50 cents a day, you are good to go. So thank you so much. Until the next, keep building the business you love.